members of council that we appropriate good money for having rehabilitation centers in those facilities, Madam Speaker, then let it be for us to help most of our vulnerable youths that have been done to the people. So this bill is one of the best bills that is trying to see how we can address matters to do with that is drug abuse and substance control. Honorable Mapai has just touched to something to do with the border control. Madam Speaker, yes, we will approve, but do we have those persons who are going to do enforcement? That is the question. Yes, we will pass it. Do we have someone who will help us on enforcing this bill? That is another thing that we need to, the implementation committee and even the members of this committee, the health committee, need to do together with the implementation committee is enforcement of the enforcement officers who are going to be put by the directorate to ensure that every aspect of matters to do with control of drug and substance abuse is implemented, Madam Speaker. We can't have enforcement officers along our corridors. Let's not cheat ourselves. We'll still have bank getting out of Ethiopia. We'll have all those drugs getting from Uganda. So it's unless we have the enforcers who are going to help, especially enforcement of this act, Madam Speaker. That is a critical thing the directorate must put in place, Madam Speaker, for us to realize the benefits of this bill. Then finally, there was one thing which probably the chair is going to make as part of his reply. Most of the things I'm mentioning doesn't demand reply of the motion mover. It is on the issue of our women, our vulnerable persons who brew the so-called Busama. Madam Speaker, during Bunge Mashinani, remember, not Bunge Mashinani, during Jukwaa la Usalama, we had the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Honorable Kichuma Murkomen, saying that county governments are free to legalize the issue of Busa, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the source of livelihood, most of us, especially we've gone to school to Busa. And in Lokichar, where I come from, in one of the meetings that I had with the security team, Madam Speaker, I asked them that I should not hear any security officer arresting any woman who is brewing Busa. And if any chance, if anyone wants to arrest that woman who is brewing Busa, then give her alternative business that she should take for him or her to feed her children, Madam Speaker. In Lokichar, it doesn't happen. So I don't know whether the bill, I did not touch on that issue. That issue came on in Lokichar where I was. And most of the people said, because most of them attended the Jukwaa la Usalama. So they were trying to raise that aspect of how do we legalize the issue of Busa. If you ask someone in probably a village which I come from, again, someone will tell you, Busa is not organizing the So I don't know whether the bill, I not saw that, Madam Speaker. But if it is, yes.
Now, when we categorize Busa, we used to call it alcohol. Because when you're talking, you're supporting a bill that wants to regulate alcohol consumption, alcohol and substance abuse. You know, the Busa that is being brewed nowadays, you cannot equate it to the one that used to be. Unless now you want to introduce a new thing, so that we look at how to regulate the brewing of Busa so that we can look at it. Because as far as we are right now, Busa is not safe. So when you stand there and say Busa should be protected, it is like you are putting Busa into a different category. So kindly.
Speaker, I addressed the issue of Busa because of the permits. You see, that woman who grows Busa is also a manufacturer.
We are not trying to argue about Busa and they are all alcohol. Can you now talk of the bill that is here?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I was raising that one because it is something that came out from the members of the public. And I wanted, that is why I said the chair of this committee should probably shed light when doing part of his reply. That the members of the public during public participation quoted the Bunge, that is the Jukwaa Usalama meeting, which I remember all of us attended that meeting. And we remember the CS for Interior saying that county governments are free to legalize matters to do with Busa. So I don't know whether the bill is also touching on the same. That is why I wanted the motion mover to probably do clarification on that, because it is one among the
We should be finishing the other in our order.
I think that is I was concluding, Madam Speaker. Okay. So that is why I said I wanted that is the motion mover, the chair of this committee, to probably do clarification, because it is something that they inquired that day.
You will
So,
come
Madam,
up with that one later on issues of alcohol, how to differentiate alcohol and Busa. You will come up with that one.
thank you. Madam Speaker, I'm concluding.
Okay, continue.
It is only that you're interrupting, I'm concluding. So, Madam Speaker, I want to sit down as I second the second reading, as I support the second reading of the Turkana County Alcoholic Drinks and Substance Abuse Control Bill of 2025. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable James Sitting.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. First, I want to thank the Chair Health for bringing this very important bill, Turkana County Alcoholic Drink and Substance Abuse Control Bill. Madam Speaker, I support the second reading of this bill that regulate consumption, sale, and investment of alcoholic drinks. Madam Speaker, members have contributed to it, but Madam Speaker, I have a point on the increase in the number of licensed shops that are selling this drug, alcohol. Madam Speaker, if you go to Turkana, the only business that is operating in Turkana is selling of the substance, and I want to believe the licenses are being given out by our revenue department, which I think they should be able to understand and maybe regulate the number of shops selling these substances. Speaker, excessive alcoholic consumption is spoiling their health and future opportunities that these boys are supposed to bring. As said by Mr. Romodo, though Mr. Romodo at some point, he says this, but what is practically different. So I want to believe that what he says is very right. Madam Speaker, the arrest that is being done by our police, especially to our women, is becoming a revenue center where women are arrested, and the cost given to one mama is more than even the Busa is selling. So it is good for our government to put efforts in approving this bill so that our people can be able to understand the importance of this bill. Madam Speaker, in the financial year 2023-2024, I allocated 20 million to build a center for gender-based violence in Ghana. I want to request the finance department, our county finance department, to facilitate the completion of that center. That center will be able to help our people, especially those ones who are taking this drug, so that they can be able to be educated. Those who must, I support the second reading of this bill.
Thank you. I also want to vote second to support the second reading. The Turkana County Alcohol Drinks Substance Abuse Bill. Madam Speaker, before the said at 185, 2, 186, 1, and 172 talks of distribution of functions between the national government and the county. Now, in part 2 of the same, part 2.4 says cultural activities, that the functions and powers of the county are 1, 2, 3, and really 4, that one of the functions of the county is cultural activities, public entertainment, and public amenities. Therefore, in the same legal and licensing is part C, the functions that are displayed in the county. Madam Speaker, now that we are given to give licenses to traders who have also taken this as business. Now, we cannot also dehumanize the use of alcohol when we are licensing. It means, in one way or another, it is acceptable. And I am still coming to what Honorable Mother is saying earlier on. Madam Speaker, when we are contributing in the house, we are contributing so that we look at the law, because this law we are making for posterity. Madam Speaker, before I come to the issue of spoke. Madam Speaker, we have the license to display. Madam Speaker, in Article 24 says, every license shall be prominently and conspicuously displayed on the premises to which it relates, and any licensee who fails or neglects to display his license commits an offense. This is acceptable, and it's good that members or traders who sell alcohol need to display the license. Madam Speaker, I also expected here, so that it regulates what Honorable Iken has just said, that when you are failed to display, what is the penalty? Because if we leave it as open as it is, unless I have not seen it where it is, if we leave it open, then it will give the law enforcers some window to do the corrupt act of maybe getting more than what it is required from a small vendor of some little alcoholic drink. So, Madam Speaker, as we maybe make regulations to open up the use of this bill, Madam Speaker, or the act as we will pass, Madam Speaker, the regulations have to speak on what is the penalty of the person who has not displayed. So that the person, when you are caught by the police, they don't take advantage of you not have displayed, simply not displaying. Because sometimes you can have some little negligence, some tiredness, and left it maybe down. And because you have not displayed, the police will have you arrested. If by that, to make you back alert and follow the law, then we need to know it is 1,000, it is 2,000, so that you don't argue on what is already within the law, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, we require that. There's also this, you are arrested drunk and show you are saying in a public place, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, that is quite in order from the media, because they are giving a so when a person is arrested, you just taken to the police, then they know you are supposed to give 1,000. If your people are there, you don't not also be giving 1,000 a day. It will take you and the bill has also gone down and said twice. There is also an elevated kind of penalty, which is a good thing. So I also wanted the display of life to be as clear as the way they have put this one of people drunk and disorder, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I am coming back to the point of Mr. Honorable Modo on Madam Speaker. Madam this, and it's sad at top of it. These people do not make and process alcoholic drinks because they want. Their children go to school, Madam Speaker. Their children will get food to eat, Madam Speaker. And therefore, we cannot make them defaults, Madam Speaker. So we will need a balanced way, a balanced bill, whereby in case this is not a so dangerous alcoholic drink, Madam Speaker, they need to be given a fair hearing, a fair penalty, Madam Speaker. Because when you are arrested with 5 liters of salt, which is not worthy 1,000 shillings, Madam Speaker, you are told to give a fine of 5,000, Madam Speaker, because there is no law that's fine. If you go to province as it is, like a Western province, because one time to the police that time arrested me. Now, in I'm talking it is legal. It is it's used for marriage, Madam Speaker. It's used for wedding. So it's not illegal. And therefore,
when we say now, do we want to bring legislation to protect this? Yes. Yeah, we are trying to bring a regulation that can have alcohol as another. I think okay, the impact of Musa in our community. But now I think we can share that and okay, proceed.
Madam Speaker, and when you are in the chair of control, Madam Speaker, we have the motion, Madam Speaker, who is mandated to come either agree, disagree, when I'm saying Speaker, I have
Okay, proceed.
yeah, Speaker, here you come.
But thank you.
Very good. So it should not be but still the same. We are looking at our community who are vulnerable, who require a way out to get something to take their children to school, Speaker, to get marking in counties that have other substances. But because it is to become a crash. Tobacco, I'm conclude, Madam Speaker. substances that are not if we are aware but Speaker, that one that is about we either say zero penalty or it is a very low penalty, because it is first used by the person who is making to ensure that there is table that didn't go through. Number two, it is used for cultural activities, Madam Speaker. When people are going for marriages, Madam Speaker, they will not be saying, come with the tobacco and then Madam Speaker. Where will we refuse the cultural activities that we do in this country, Madam Speaker? So these are few things that we are talking about as we regulate, which I agree that we must regulate. But look at this small one that is used here. Madam Speaker, I see it as I support.
Honorable members, I am sorry. I want to make it. Now, I want to make some guidance. We are trying to look at the bill here. Could we please conform to what we are discussing? Because we can come up with motions to discuss what we want to discuss for the benefit of all. We can come with motions. I know the right is a substance against it. It is legal. It is like legal. Tobacco is legal. We can also come with a motion to look at from one standing. Musa is not even a traditional of most vulnerable people. It is not a culture. So kindly.
Is meant to regulate the intake of alcoholic and substance abuse. The motion move for that the excessive intake of the alcoholic as family breakages, accidents, and as a result of careless consumption of alcohol, malnutrition cases. But contribution wanted to we need to regulate to reduce the sale of this alcohol. Then we come with the issue that guarantees the high production of this alcoholic drinks. And we are talking of reducing it so that we can safeguard the life. Awarding the license, I don't see increasing the production, and the bill is intended to reduce. The bill is intended to protect the health of the substance. So, me, to my own thinking, Madam Speaker, I was thinking, let's not let's just come. We need to stop this. Say, let's stop the alcohol. But it's good to have a center at the county level, so that we see how it works. Resources. I know and good in we have centers here we've already one. Tell me one centers established to reduce it. On issue of Busama, to disrupt the distribution of and some Mirai also used as a cultural office, used in cultural office. At times when your lady or your daughter is being, married, the husband to your daughter comes with, a huge bunch of Mirai in-laws. So why are we trying to beat the Busa sale in our own community? And so they are using their students to school. Madam Speaker, I feel bad when you disrupt this idea. It's always good to buy it. To buy it, let that person exhaust it. Because we know why. Most of us have been brought up in this book. Even you, Madam Speaker. We don't have to decline that. But now when we grow up and get a good money, an amount of money, we tend to improve the case that we've been brought up in this land. Let's accommodate and let's consider our rights. Because this is all resource that they use to sustain their families, Madam Speaker. I finish with the issue of establishing funds to facilitate and support matters related to alcoholic, Madam Speaker. I don't know which budget are we going to consider so that we can support this. We've already passed a supplementary budget. We've already passed it. I think it goes to the next budget financially. So now, we cannot do anything as we talk of getting some funds to support issues related to alcoholic drink and substance abuse. I think, as I said, I support.
Just want to start Africa. There is that thank you guys responded to our speaker. There is the issue of that. I want to that find one. So on is not okay. Like example, the county of Turkana will give license regard to Nakada's direction. So I want to say Nakada say this one is suitable. So I want to ask members. It is Busa, that Busa. feast or casual sessions. People use it. They call it, speaker. You know, that those days things were so good. But I want to say, as we further move forward, that's why you see the honorable speaker, the speaker was trying to when we shall be making regulation, I want to say that is where we need to work on, talk about it if possible. It is acceptable if we put a law when it comes to regulation. That is when we can only, because it is indeed true. If when he was we always have our own, but we have to bring in through the regulation, which will be acceptable. So, on the members, your argument is funny. I want to agree with it. We shall, when I get to regulation, let's bring this idea, let's argue. That is the honorable, speaker was trying to tell us, just relax, there's a section when this thing come out. We shall give the opportunity, we can express our need, and then we shall always infuse into the regulation and it becomes part of personal law. But is to guide us. It's a maker on issues of drugs. So, Madam Speaker, I will to mention on that section. There was an issue that was okay. There was an issue mentioned. I don't remember for Lobokat again. Anything that you think, like example, the issue of licensing, as you pointed it out, it is very relevant. How to believe it is in our amendments. I know it's in our amendment, it is true. We need to be specific and say 1 month you jail or both 1,000 shillings or jail. So in the case, probably because we were so busy in Africa, it probably went out of our, we are not able to point out. It is our time to bring out that amendment, bring our discussion that is in a continue with the whole house when we shall get to that place. So thanks so much, honorable member, for pointing out that one. About the other centers, as mentioned about Bifata, we don't discourage getting so many, but if we have resources, we shall be able to have the reason is their mind, the young people, most of them are got spoiled into, they have become addicted to this substance. So we are only making proposals. If we have resources, it's also good for us to have one, like for example in Turkana, as just a single center, as well, so that they can access with a lot of ease, get a treatment in that place. That is the suggestion the public gave us. And the public, they are given part, there are issues, there are few we need to make consideration. So, Madam Speaker, I want to say that is most of the things the honorable members were positive. Speaker, I only pointed out those issues that require my attention. Madam Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to thank the honorable members for their supporting this bit of this law. It is indeed true that this law is very important to be in place, Madam Speaker. So it's and I'm happy as we met this at the onset of this discussion as the second of the motion, leading the members. I want to thank generally everybody because everybody stood was positive about this law. So, Madam Speaker, appreciation to come as a beginning of this day. So I want to sit down as I read Madam Speaker. Thank you so much.
The question that the Turkana County and Community Bill 2025 The ayes have it. Now, read the long title.
The Turkana County Alcoholic Drinks and Substance Abuse Control Bill 2025. A bill for an act of Turkana County Assembly to provide for the licensing and regulation of the production, sale, distribution, consumption, and outdoor advertising of alcoholic drinks and alcoholic purposes. Bill, Committee of the Owners, the Turkana County Facility 20.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. May
Honorable members, we can have honorable members. Honorable members, I want to welcome all of us to the committee of the House. This is a very important stage. And remember yesterday, the morning sitting and the afternoon sitting, we again adjourned because of the quorum meet. So I want to beg all of us, let's remain patient. Because this is a very important assignment. Clerk, proceed.
That class 3 as amended be part of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Chair, is there any amendment clause 3? Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Will there as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next. Chair. What is it, Honorable Lawrence?
On which bill are we?
You can rise up, eh?
Thank you, Chair. I'm just concerned, which bill are we started with? Is it the rules of substance abuse or the Turkana County Facilities Improvement Finance Bill?
We have the FIF bill. Clerk, proceed.
That clause 4 as printed be part of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 4 as printed be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 4 as printed be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next. Honorable members, for purposes of answer, there was amendment in clause 3. So I want us to go back to clause 3 now that there is amendment for that amendment to be captured. Clerk?
That clause 3 as amended be part of the bill.
Chair, can move that amendment.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Clause 3 as this amendment, that clause 3 1A be amended by inserting the word health between the word county and facilities, and deleting the words public health or the county department of health to read therefore provide for the declaration of the county health facilities, public health or the county department of health as an entity within the meaning of section 5(1) of the Public Finance Management Act for 2012. That is Honorable Chair. I wish to.
Seconder.
I want to ask
Proceed, Honorable Badio. Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that Clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that Clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. So we are done with Clause 3. We are done with Clause 4. Next.
That Clause 5 as amended be part of the bill.
Chair, I can move that amendment.
Thank you, the Honorable Chair. Rise to move Clause 5. That Clause 5 is amended by deleting subclause E and F in the entirety. I want to request the Honorable Linus Abok to second.
Honorable Abok, proceed. Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question that Clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that Clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
That Clause 6 and 7 as printed be part of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that Clause 6 and 7 as printed be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that Clause 6 and 7 as printed be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
That Clause 8 as amended be part of the bill.
Chair can move that amendment in Clause 8.
Thank you, the Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move Clause 8. That Clause 8 be amended by deleting the words Level 5, Level 4, Level 3, and Level 2, appearing in the subclause A to D, respectively. I request the Honorable for Katilia to second clause.
Chair, as you will be moving the amendments, you will be required to make justifications as to why those amendments were necessary. Who is the seconder?
Chair, before you second, Chair, before you second, that clause has a further clause amendment for the answer.
So maybe you can, Chair, you can proceed.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that observation. That Clause 8 be amended further by deleting some clause E and F in their entirety. Thank you.
That has been captured. The only member representing Katilia Ward, you can now proceed. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that Clause 8 as amended be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that Clause 8 as amended be part of the bill. Will Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
That clause 9 as printed be part of the bill.
Honourable members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 9 as printed be part of the bill. Honourable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 9 as printed be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
That clause 10 as printed be part of the bill.
Honourable members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 10 as printed be part of the bill. I now put the question, which is that clause 10 as printed be part
Chair, I rise that clause 10 be amended by basically the word respective appearing before the word chief. Thereof, the chief as a county officer shall, that is 11:30, that is that remains the chief officer. It should read thereof. It should read chief officer as a the bill say officer shall, that is where the responsibility of that chief officer. So thank you. I want to ask the member for the order.
proceed. Thank you. Honourable members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 10 as amended be part of the bill. Honourable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 10 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
That clause 11 is deleted in its entirety.
Chair. Proceed.
Thank you, the Honorable Chair. I rise to move clauses. All of them are
You rise to move amendment in clause clause 11.
Sorry, I advise you to move amendments for clauses, Honorable Chair, 11, 12, 13, 14 to 20. I don't know whether can that be possible?
Just from 11, then you go to 12. That's all.
Okay. So, deletion, that clause 11 be deleted completely in its entirety. I wanted to, all of them once I did it too, say all of them are deleted because, Honorable Chair, all of them have the same information meant for health services, that is submitment and acquisition of the health services management team, where you get their functions, where you get the role of the hospital management team. I don't know, what do you say?
Let's,
You can go ahead.
Chair, move those amendments where they are. So begin from clause 11, go to 12, just like.
We saw it twice that when you talk of where you can still get the patient management, hospital management board, we needed to come up with on say that Honorable Chair, that is what we really felt. Because that is like we have already voted for and their regulation is a repetition of that. I second.
Thank you. Question, which is at clause 11 entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 11 is deleted in its entirety.
Honorable Chair,
Second, members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 12 is. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 12 is deleted in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next, clause 13. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move the amendments. Clause 13. Clause 13 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable Chair, it is about the hospital management board. The same thing I have mentioned earlier. I want to request the honorable member for the honorable member Lemuya to second.
Thank you, Honorable Lemia. Proceed. Honorable members, I now put the question which needs entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question which is that clause 13 is deleted in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye. Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move clause 14. Clause 14. Clause 14 is deleted in its entirety. As you can see, Honorable Chair, it's part of the hospital management board, as they are already shared. So this time we every hospital, River or some county, have their boards and in place. So I don't think we need to have them here. So I request that the Honorable Dorcas to second.
Thank you, Honorable Kale. Proceed. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that clause 14 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 14 is deleted in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair advised to move amendments clause 15. Clause 15. That clause 15 is deleted in its entirety. The Honorable Ken
Thank you. Proceed, Honorable Ken. You support? Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that clause 15 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 15 is deleted in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Next.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move clause 16. That clause 16 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable Chair, in that mood, I want to request the Honorable Chibi to second.
Thank you, Honorable Christopher. Proceed.
Honorable Chair, I rise to second.
Thank you, members. I now propose the question, which is that clause 16 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 16 is deleted in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move clause 17. That clause 17 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable Chair, the same, I request the Honorable Doctor to second.
Proceed, Honorable Selina. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that clause 17 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 17 is deleted in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move clause 18. That clause 18 is deleted in its entirety. I request the Honorable for Proclaim Regulatory once again to second that.
Thank you, Honorable Lawrence. Proceed. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that clause 18 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 18 is deleted in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clause 19. Proceed.
The Honorable Chair, I rise to move clause 19. That clause 19 be deleted in its entirety. Honorable Chair, allow me bring in the Honorable Member for the whole motion to second.
Proceed. Honorable member representing the whole question. Proceed. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that clause 19 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 19 is deleted in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move amendments for clause 20, that clause 20 be deleted in its entirety. I want to request the Honorable Member for Captain to second.
Thank you, Honorable Kale. Proceed. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 20 is deleted in its entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 20 is deleted in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next. Clause 21.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move clause 21. That clause 21 to be amended by deleting the word "and" appearing between the words "hospital" in charge and "hospital," and inserting the words "and" the chairperson of the board as a mandatory signatory to read thereof. With respect to hospitals, mandatory signatories to the above accounts shall be the hospital in charge, the hospital administrator, and the chairperson of the board as a mandatory signatory. So that is that, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair. I want to ask the Honorable Member for where we normally get to our county from the far end, the Honorable for Aliwa, the Honorable Aliwa to second.
Thank you, Honorable Samuel. Proceed.
I second, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that clause 21. Proceed. Proceed so that I can propose the question once.
Honorable Chair, once again, was amendment in the same clause that clause 21 the words and second signatory shall be and the words in section 19.5 and inserting the words by the chief officer for finance and the chairperson committee as a mandatory signatory to read with respect to the health centers and dispensaries. The mandatory signatory to the bank account shall be the facility in charge. The accountant designated by the chief officer for finance and the chairperson of the committee as a mandatory signatory. So, there is a number of them that we can allow if we do away with that one.
Information, Chair.
Because they say that clause 21 be amended by the clause 21 in its entirety.
Information. Who you want to inform?
I want to inform the chairperson of for the purpose of record.
Proceed.
For the purpose of record, the chairman was not using the mic. The mic was not used.
Maybe for record we can yes. Okay, do so, and we also to provide the clarifications because they are different.
Yeah, okay, I want to repeat for the purposes of chairperson for Lance, who said that the mic was not on. The Honorable Chair, I wish to move clause 21.3 that clause 21.3 be amended by deleting words and second signatory shall be and the words in section 19 paragraph 5 and is inserting the words that by the chief officer for finance and the chairperson of the committee as a non-mandatory signatory to read thereof. With respect to health centers and dispensaries, the mandatory signatory to the bank account shall be the facility in charge. The accountant is designated by the chief officer for finance and the chairperson of the committee as a mandatory signatory. So that is the Honorable Chair. It is the issue of removing, assigning a responsibility to an accountant who is supposed to, because the issue here is accountant must be there to account for the money used. Then the other one is about the facility in charge. Then it is given a mandate to be part and parcel of the signatories. Then here the committee and the public and the stakeholders. So it's necessary that the chairperson of the committee should not be a mandatory for him to be signing. He can sign it whether or not. So that is that's why we have decided. Then last
for that.
so we have decided that the thought
Those are different dynamics. So it's the same clause, but they are different.
the paragraph.
Those are supposed to be captured.
Okay,
by
that
the
is why I decided to have the new. So thank you, Honorable Chair. I want to ask the Honorable Member Chair, the chairperson for lands, to take on that section. Thank you.
Thank you. Patrick, proceed.
Honorable Chair, I rise to second.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 21, 2, as amended, be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 21, 2, as amended, be part of the bill. As of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. Chair, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move the amendment. Clause 21. Clause 21, 4.
3.
That
We are done with 21, 2.
is
Now 21, 3.
Yes, 21, 4. That's what I wanted to move forward to 21, 4. Paragraph 4.
21, 3. Okay, proceed.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move the amendment for clause 21, 4. That clause 21, 4 be amended by deleting clause 21 in its entirety. So, Honorable Chair, I want to request the Honorable Member for Township to second.
Rule clear, proceed. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that clause 21 be amended by deleting clause 21, 4 in its entirety. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 21 be amended by deleting clause 21, 4 in its entirety. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
Chair, maybe before.
Proceed.
Chair, I'm a bit confused. Additional clauses after 20. We have another 21 is an additional clause. There's another 22. Another 23. And the original 3, we already have 21. It's a different one of the amendments. There's another 22. I don't know what those ones are happening to us. Well, just look at
Thank you. I know in the final bill, those clauses are going to be rearranged because you remember there were deletions in a number of these clauses. So meaning members of the successor of the class at the table will have to rearrange and reorganized the entire process. So in order that will be captured. Later we will have to propose and put a question on the rearrangement of clauses so that they can be captured very well. Proceed, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move amendments for clause 22, 3. that clause 22.3 be amended relating to the words funds, stock, revenues, and substitute therefore with the words resources. That is not only we are replacing the word funds or revenue with the word resources, so that it brings the meaning. So I want to request the honorable member for the to check on that.
Thank you. Manager, proceed. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that clause 22.3 as amended be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 22.3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next, clause 22.7.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move amendments for clause 22.7. That clause 22.7 is amended by deleting the words as necessary, appearing before the words amendments and signed. So, Honorable Chair, that is that. It's only replacement of words that are supposed to be that will break but have sound within it. So I want to request Honorable Idoko to second.
Thank you. Honorable, proceed. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that clause 22.7 as amended be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 22.7 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move amendment for clause 23. That clause 23.1 is amended by taking the words and public health officer, which is to bring a meaning such that upon issuance of authority to incur expenditure to the health facility in charge, the user act department shall raise vouchers for payment for services or procurement of commodities. Chair, the reason why the word and public health officer, so and public health officer is not supposed to be there or the chair. It is when we are talking about expenditure of health improvement financing, then the health and public health officer is it's not different responsibility or function. So that's why it was removed, and so that that paragraph, Honorable Chair, paragraph 1 sounds well without that. In that regard, Honorable Chair, I want to request the Honorable Sarah Abdi to second.
Thank you, Honorable Sarah. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I second.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that clause 23.1 as amended be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 23.1 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it. Next.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move clause 23. 3, that clause 23 3 is amended by deleting the words where applicable, if evenings, and substituting thereof with the words an integrated financial management system. So the issue was abbreviation. We wanted to sound it so that any other person that interacts with this document, instead of going back to the abbreviations table, then they say to get it clear. So with that regard, Honorable Chair, I want to once again ask the Honorable Member for the whole question to second.
Thank you, Honorable Willie. That's it. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that clause 23(3) as amended be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 23(3) as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move clause 23 5. That clause 23 5 is amended by inserting the words and procurement process between one's account and for help. I think that is indeed true, Honorable Chair. That amendment is appropriate, such that we are talking of resources. And in this case, therefore, for us to ensure the prudent management of resources, the procurement also must be there, the accountant, so that we have a complete circuit for that matter. So, Honorable Chair, in that regard, I want to give this opportunity to the Honorable Member for Calapan, who has just arrived, to second. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Epe. Proceed. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that clause 23(5) as amended. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 23(5) as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise once again to move clause 23, paragraph 6. That clause 23, paragraph 6 is deleted and substituted thereof with health facilities shall be expected to file returns and financial accounts prescribed by relevant legislation for the proceedings quarter to chief officer before new authority to incur expenditure is issued. Honorable Chair, that section. Yes, please.
Just allow you to proceed.
Honorable Chair, that section where we are so concerned about the resources collected and used there. And so we are supposed to have a chance so that in case of anything, then the responsible personnel, responsible persons should always give an account of what they have utilized. So it is appropriate that's what we decided to delete and then substitute with what we think that will help us ensure our resources are utilized properly. So with that regard, I want to ask the Honorable Member for Katilia to check on.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Katilia, proceed. Honorable members, I now put the question which is that clause 23(6) as amended be part of the bill. Honorable Lawrence, you can now proceed.
Chair, I just wanted to he amended clause 23(6), part 6. I believe should have been part 7.
You think it's 23? 23 seconds. 23(6), which says county entities shall be expected to file return to account. So it's 23 seconds.
Yes, Chair. I believe should be clause 20 and not part 6. Because part 6 reads, the expenditure incurred by county health entities shall be on the basis of and not limited to the available finances in the respective bank accounts.
Yeah. What the book is so during the economy, I know the chair here was also there. I want to believe what they saw it, that clause says, I know that what is saying. So we decided to read 6 and then replace with 7. Yeah, that is because Mrs. Southwell, when you talk about county health entities, shall be expected to file returns to accounts in the prescribed format. So, looking at the 6, the expenditure incurred by the county health entities. Look, that is not all entities. We are not referring to the county entities, but we are referring to specific. We are referring to specifics. So that is what I think. Thank you.
So meaning 23(6) was
6, paragraph 6 was deleted in its entirety, then replaced paragraph 7.
but that is not shown in the amendment. Well, that would have formed part of the amendment if that was the case. Okay. Then, honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 26 is deleted and substituted thereof with clause 23(7). I think now that is clear. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 23(6) as amended the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
That clauses 24, 25, and 26 as printed be part of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 24, 25, and 26 as printed be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 24, 25, and 26 as printed be part of the bill. As of the same opinion say aye. Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clause 27, Chair, you can move that amendment.
Thank you, Chair. I rise to move the amendments for clause 27. That clause 27 is amended by inserting the following new subclause. The county that clause 27 is amended by inserting the following new subclause to read: the county executive committee member shall make a regulation with prescribed criteria for waivers. Honorable Chair, as you can see in the bill, the waiver of the hospital fees and charges. It was talking of the county health facilities shall provide social protection to vulnerable or marginalized persons, groups of persons. So, as we saw it, like we will always give the waiver. It's has the power to do so, not any other person. Because if we assign it to any other person, then things won't work well. So that is why we decided to issue waivers. Then we give it to the chief officer, just one person, not the chief officer, sorry, the county executive member, one person to do that. So with that regard, I want to ask the honorable Leonard Bob to second that part.
Thank you. Honorable Bob, proceed. Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that clause 27 as amended be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that clause 27 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as say aye. Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay. Next.
Honorable Chair, I rise to move clause 28, the amendment of clause 28, that clause 28 to and 3 are amended by inserting the following new subclauses. 2. The county executive member shall ensure that the boards and committees are properly constituted according to the provisions of this act. Then 3. The health facilities at the refugee residence areas shall be exempted from the provision of this act until such a time when they have been fully transitioned into county entities. So, Chair, that is, I think that is so clear, so it doesn't need any explanation. And the reason why we decided, for example, 3, I think that is so clear. So I want to ask the honorable member for to second that part.
Thank you, Honorable Hamid. Proceed.
I second.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that clause 28, 2 and 3 as amended be part of the bill. The question that clause 28, 2 and 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
That clauses 29 and 30 as printed be part of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that clause 29 and 30 as printed be part of the bill. I now put the question, which is that clauses 29 and 30 as printed be part of the bill.
That memorandum of objects and reasons be part of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that memorandum of objects and reasons as printed be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now put the question that memorandum of objects and reasons as printed be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Chair, you can move that amendment in clause 2.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The Chair is to move the amendment for clause 2, that the definition of the word entity is deleted and substituted therefore with means a county health facility declared to be a county government entity under section 5, paragraph 1 of the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412A, to read therefore, entity means a county health facility declared to be a county government entity under section 5.1 of the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412A, to read therefore that, sorry, what is that? The chair. There is another one, I don't know whether we shall combine, that the definition of the word health facility yes, that the definition of the word health facility is amended by deleting the words committee as currently appointed and constituted, appearing before the word facility to read therefore. Health facility means health center and dispensary facility. I continue.
Proceed.
That the definition of the word health facility management T is deleted in its entirety. I continue. That the term health facility defined in paragraph 8 of clause 2 is amended by inserting word public before the word health to read therefore public health facility. I proceed that the phrase health improvement financing used throughout the bill is amended by deleting the word health and substituting therefore with the word facilities whenever appearing to read therefore facilities improvement financing. I continue on the chair that the definition of the phrase facilities improvement financing is amended by deleting definition therein and substituting therefore with a revenue collected, retained, land for, and used by public health facilities and units for and used by a hospital, health center, or dispensary, and public health services as user fees paid to defray costs of running and maintaining health entities. That the definition of the term public health services management committee and public health services are deleted in their entirety. Thank you, Honorable Chair. I want to ask the Honorable Member for government to
Honorable members, I now question which is that clause 2 as amended be B. Honorable members, I now put the question which is that clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
That the long title as printed be the long title of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question which is that the long title as printed be part of the bill. I now put the question which is that the long title as printed be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
That the short title as printed be the short title of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that the short title as printed be part of the bill. I now put the question that the short title as printed be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Motion mover, may proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Assembly its consideration of the Turkana County Facility Improvement Financing Bill 20, Turkana County Bill number 5 of 2025 and its approval thereof with amendments.
Members, I now put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Turkana County Facilities Improvement Financing Bill, Turkana County Bill number 5 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I beg to report that the of the whole has considered Committee of the whole has considered the Turkana County Facilities number 5 of 2025 and its approval thereof with amendments. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now pose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. Thus, I now put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. May as many as of the same opinion say aye. May as many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, Madam Clerk.
Order number 11, Bill. The Turkana County Facilities Improvement Financing Bill 2025, that bill.
Thank you so much, Rialani. Madam Speaker, I like to move that the Turkana County Facilities Improvement Financing Bill, Turkana County Bill number 5 of 2025, be read at that time. Madam Speaker, at this stage, I want to thank you, Madam Speaker. With your permission, Madam Speaker, allow me to start by thanking the members of the committees, who really did their best during a busy schedule, and they were able to prepare, go through this bill, and they went to the public participation. They sat down to look at the amendments. As you can see, Madam Speaker, there were so many amendments in this facility improvement finance bill, and I want to thank most specifically the members and the energetic team of Secretariat who are able to come up with these amendments, and they really did well, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, and again, not forgetting the sponsors, our who did as good, Madam Speaker, to finance us in the public and report writing, Madam Speaker, whatever they are, we need to receive our appreciation from this, the principals of the Assembly and the committee as well. We want to thank them for the good that they have done to us as assembly, they have done to the public, because if it were not of them sponsoring and giving us resources, we could not have done this good job that we have here, because this bill is such a very important bill in our endeavor, in our county, because this bill ensures that every other facility, right away from level 2 to Madam Speaker, will get resources. And when they get resources, then the resources will be utilized from the source, Madam Speaker. So I cannot sit back without thanking our development partners, the so-called, we have the RCK, we have the UNICEF, particularly UNICEF, stood with us to ensure this will be through, because they gave us our houses, we were able to move around. Without forgetting the office of the Speaker and the clerk, because they are the ones who ensure that they contacted these development partners to ensure that we were able to move around. It were a lot of these offices that I've mentioned, that is the Speaker's office and the clerk's office. I think we could not conduct this very important bill that we shall be proud for it in the near future, because our people are going to benefit from the resources that we will receive from either development, our county government, our national government, because the resources will be channeled from that end through the SHA. So, Madam Speaker, once again, I want to register my sincere appreciation to the honorable members who have decided to sit back, Madam Speaker, right away from morning, that is 9 a.m. to evening, Madam Speaker, and they have supported the passage of this bill. Therefore, I want to thank you, honorable members. Madam Speaker, I need also to thank you for guiding us well and taking us through appropriately. So, Madam Speaker, I want to ask the second and the only one member for Lapur to second. But he knew is going to second as being the member and active member of this committee, Madam Speaker. With that regard, Madam Speaker, I'd like to ask the member to second the third reading of this bill. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to second the third reading of the Turkana County Facilities Improvement Financing Bill, Turkana County 2025. Madam Speaker, I want to join the chairperson of the Health Social Transition Committee in appreciating the honorable members of this committee who went for public participation in various counties, and they engaged the members of the public in regard to a number of development partners who have supported this county assembly, and of course the executive, right from the drafting of this bill. There are a number of development partners Speaker, I want to say if it were not for the support of these development partners, we would not have even gone for public participation. Madam Speaker, there was a lot of interest from a number of developments like UNICEF, RCK, UNHCR, IRC. Madam Speaker, this committee has been supported participation and even during the portrait. Madam Speaker, you know the county department of health secretary has already operationalized some of the provisions in this bill. Madam Speaker, it is my belief that the ministry will have to 100% implement or rather operationalize the provisions in this bill. Madam Speaker, as we had raised yesterday in the secretary of this bill is a very important bill because it's going to address the challenges our health facilities are facing. Madam Speaker, if the resources, the ones which are collected, the ones which are retained in our health facilities are going to be utilized very well, Madam Speaker, there are no doubt that our health indicators will improve now that the our disposal and the planning bids, something good about this bill, the planning bid for the utilization of the resources is now going to be a mandate of committees at the facilitation of Madam Speaker. I know as I conclude, I want also to thank the membership of this House for making sure that this bill has been considered at the right time. And of course, today was supposed to be our last day in this House. That is according to the calendar of this House. So, Madam Speaker, I want again to appeal to the members of this House, please overwhelmingly support the directive of this bill. Our residents, the Turkana residents, will have these critical services that will be offered after we have passed this bill. Those are two remarks and comments from the Speaker. I see as I support the directive. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now propose the motion which is that the Turkana County Facilities Improvement Finance Bill, Turkana County Bills number 5 of 2025, be now read and returned. I now put the question which is that the Turkana County Facilities Improvement Financing Bill, Turkana County Bills number 5 of 2025 be now read at that time. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, read the non-text.
The Turkana County Facilities Improvement Financing Bill 2025, a bill for an act of County Assembly of Turkana to provide for county facilities improvement financing, the management and administration of facility improvement financing, and for connected purposes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rest in move a procedure of that pursuant to standing order number 35-3A, the House resolved to extend its sitting time until when the business is concluded. Proceed. Proceed. Madam Speaker, as we see that we still need time because we have a lot of work ahead of us. So, I call upon the chair of Human Rights Justice to the Secretary. Chair of
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have a word there, Madam Speaker. So she has mentioned a word so that I can go to the say. Thank you, Madam Speaker, I rise to second the extension of time because of what's ahead of us. So I second as I see. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now propose that we move the procedural motion for the addition of time so that we can conclude the business to be the full.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to support the procedural motion on extension of time to allow these activities of the day to go on. Because that's the way I'm looking at our order paper. We have activities motion, we still have a procedural motion, and the bill has not been completed. Therefore, it is prudent that we allow the extension of time so that we are able to prosecute our business that is ahead of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to take this opportunity. Will as many as of this, the same opinion say aye.
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary, the ayes have it.
Order number 11, motion. Exposition of public policy contained in the address of the governor.
Thank you, Honorable. I rise to move this motion. Motion that expositions of public policy contained in the address of the government. That pursuant to the provisions of Standing Orders number 285 of the County Assembly of Turkana Standing Orders, the terms of this House being recorded for expositions of the policy of public policy contained in the address of the HE, the governor delivered in the County Assembly of Turkana on Tuesday, 2nd December 2025. And further, that this House notes the report submitted by HE, the governor, in fulfillment of section 30. J and K of the County Government Act 2012. Madam Speaker, as the motion speaks, that day we all remember Tuesday, Tuesday 2nd, when the governor delivered his state of county address here. Madam Speaker, I want to say all of us were present, and we really listened to the governor of what he gave to us, not only his assembly, but also to the public or the Turkana people. Madam Speaker, the law stands that we are supposed to discuss his address for 3 consecutive days. I think because of this schedule that we had since yesterday, today we really feel that the honourable members, as honourable members, we need at least to discuss that address. Madam Speaker, our ICT clerks are around so that they help us in our iPad so that we are able to interact with this document in our iPad. Madam Speaker, truly speaking, as I listen to the governor's address, I want to start with one of his agenda, and one of the agenda is about water. Madam Speaker, all the areas that the governor mentioned that have benefited greatly from the water, from his agenda of water. I think that was very true, and I want to speak out as a beneficiary. Madam Speaker, there is a place in my ward called Kaituko. Madam Speaker, that is one place that has benefited from that agenda one of the government, because that place is full of water that is that salinity is so high. And we benefited from desalination and some resources, most apportioned to that level, Madam Speaker, and the people are enjoying good water as compared to them before. Madam Speaker, His Excellency the Governor pointed out the issue of carbon. All of us and this House can give a testimony to that. 40 million was assigned, and I know some tanks were raised, and just because of the distance that was far, that's why till today the people have never received water, but the governor has decided to allocate another 40 million to ensure the carbon will benefit from the waters, the water that has that is referring to. So, Madam Speaker, you will get to this town, Madam Speaker. You see rest dams. We are benefiting from greatly from the agenda one of the government. And I want to thank him greatly for what he has done. Madam Speaker, about access roads, apart from the money that was meant to support these access roads, but as a county, we've been budgeting, apart from the RMLF that's used to support us, but as a county, as assembly, we've been budgeting for access roads. And one of the achievements of His Excellency the Governor is that of Tibisho, where that escape was done, and vehicles are accessing the Kibish end with a lot of ease. Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, about the agriculture, there is a lot that has been done, especially the refinery, that is the Parkway region, name it, Kalimia. Madam Speaker, we talk of Lokori, Morillium irrigation that has been supported, Katim has been supported, so name it, Madam Speaker. So I want to dearly say what the governor gave, the address that he gave is truly a reflection of what has been done in this county. Madam Speaker, I want, because of there are so many other members that will contribute to the members' address, I want to kindly ask the Honorable Member for who came already to second this bit. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now want to propose pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 28 Cap 5 of the County Assembly of Turkana Standing Orders, the dance of this house be recorded for the exposition of public delivered in the County Assembly of Turkana on Tuesday, 2nd December 2025, and further that this house votes and reports submitted by His Excellency the County Cap 2, J and K of the County Government Act 2012. The floor is now open for member statements.
Support exposition speech made by His Excellency the day that the government addressed the floor of our honorable house, I took a pen and paper to jot it down everything and everything that the government wanted to say that was planning affecting the people in this country, what marginalized groups. These are children, women, youth, ethnic minorities, elderly, refugees now. And I ended up writing everything that he said because this was purely a speech that was targeted towards the marginalized groups. Turkana has been done as a marginalized community, and it seems that the governor really understands this one. Though wasting time, I realized that on the issue of water, the governor is really keen on giving the people of Turkana access to good health, dignity, and economic well-being. And these are the pillars of a good society. We have mentioned about the mass osmosis plant, the water supply system in Kalabon that has been solarized, giving Turkana people water security and enhancing community resilience. On the issue of food security, which is very important for our people, he spoke about the fisheries, poultry, beekeeping initiatives, mechanization, irrigation, value chain development, livelihood diversification, and this in effect gives us resilience and food security for the Turkana people. And I was very excited to hear that we now have seed systems. And I thought about it that we have seeds that are named for places. We have Katumani from Ukambani, we have Roiro from Roiro near where I come from. And also now have seeds. A seed that is able to withstand the weather conditions here can grow anywhere in the world. And for that I'm very thankful to the government. This is surveillance and responsive measures. And I was also excited to learn that our livestock, which is the mainstay of the Turkana people, are getting immunized against the disease. When it comes to peace building, it's an open secret that the governor has championed peace building not just in Turkana, but across the region. All the neighboring counties, all the neighboring countries
held, which was very important. We spoke about dispensaries that have increased, solemnization, where we have quality systems for immunization. And for me, this is very, very important. Because as the member representing the PWP community, we don't have immunization for our children. Our children will suffer from polio. So solemnizing our dispensary so that we have fridges that work for our is going to lower the level of PWP numbers in this country. And that is very, that is very interesting because if there's one thing in this country we have to mention, it's sun. I mean, it's the sun that is going to come and solve our issues that have been here historically. And I think God is on our side. When it came to the issue of education, there was a growth, both organic and inorganic. From 31,000 children in ECDs to 156,000 children, 1,085 ECD centers to 1125 ECD centers. Those are 11 new, those are 40 new ECDs. There we have teachers who have been promoted, others have been recruited, 52 of them, or 90 have been recruited. TVETs, 35%. These are youth. TVETs, now these were youths coming. Juzu Mashinani, USAID, 5 youths have been trained. Turkana Education Fund, 14.8 million was dispensed to take care of 77,000 children. Social protection work in London. Our rescue center that has brought in 58 more children. My God. The people who are against the leadership of this government, for me, are people who cannot see beyond their noses. These are people whose vision is the next meal. When they eat breakfast, the next meal. These are governments we've seen decades ahead. And I'm very happy to get shared here. Now, when it comes to the purely marginalized groups, there was a meat market infrastructure. Those most marginalized people don't get employed. They work in markets. We have the California market, the Carabao market, the Cangatolga market, the Kerry-Delta market, where we have county aggregation, industrial park, the Biashara Fund, which will also help our vulnerable and PWP communities. We have 48 acres of land in Kanam, which is going to be a recreational center. If you look at Mombasa, Mamangina Recreation Center, very many vendors and hawkers who sit there selling snacks are vulnerable and marginalized people. Okay? Then we have the county cloud emergency response. And there's one thing I noticed on TV last week. The grounds of drought have been sounded. Next year, I'm sure we're going to have a very bad year. Samburu and Kitui are really screaming about it. So, with the distribution of maize and oil for disaster preparedness, we have the governor giving 714,000 disaster preparedness items like maize and oil. And finally, I cannot underscore the importance of the partnership that we have with the Kenya, UNICEF, WFP, World Vision, WHH, International Red Cross, and Save the Children, who are stockpiling and repositioning resources, developing, and with that, I second and fully support this speech, and it should be done on somewhere. That's why countries like France and other European countries are chasing after our government to give him doctorates, awards. All of the work is doing, but our prophet does not have honor where he comes from. He's being honored around the world, and this one is a gift to this community. It's God's. Everyone thought other people will win. He's the one who won. So we have to be behind him and support him. Thank you very much. I see that.
Proceed. sana Madam Speaker. Mimi naye ningependa kuongezea juu ya maongezi ya gavana, kuchangia juu ya maongezi ya gavana. Ninaongea kama ex wa Global Township, yale mambo gavana alisema yote. Mimi tulipoingia kwa serikali na gavana pamoja, kuna mahali sisi hatukuwa na maji, mahali kama Kawanase, mahali kama tunakuambia ni town, lakini ilikuwa maji hakuna. Shida ya maji ilikuwa nyingi sana, lakini saa hii nashukuru niko na maji, ingawa sijapata yote, lakini niko na maji. Hakuna kitu mtu anaweza amuka safari moja na ikakuwa, hata mtoto anaweza jua hivyo na akaanza kuongea, kila kitu inaenda polepole. Ninajua ya kwamba hata Yesu aliambia watu fulani, hamjui mahali mnatoka na hamjui mahali mnaenda. Kuna watu wana macho na waoni, wana masikio na wasikii. Mimi naongea kwa niaba ya watu wangu. Barabara ya lami yenye jana gavana aliongelea, mimi nimepata barabara town, na saa hii barabara ya Nakwameku inaendelea kilomita 3. Ya town ilikuwa kilomita 3, ya Nakwameku iko kilomita 3. Hiyo yote ni kilomita 6 na ni barabara ya lami. Hiyo ni maendeleo. Mwenye macho na aone, mwenye masikio na asikie. Ningependa tena kusema mambo ya maji. Maji kama Nakoromora, saa hii maji itaanza kufika Nakoromora. Na maji yenye itafika Nakoromora si maji ya kuchimbwa ile ya chumvi, ni maji